At 41 years old, skiing legend Lindsey Vonn has shared a deeply personal update on her recovery journey after a frightening crash during the 2026 Winter Olympics in Milan Cortina. In a heartfelt social media post, the American icon revealed she is finally home, after weeks in hospitals following one of the most serious crashes of her astonishing career, and has begun the difficult process of healing physically and emotionally. For elite athletes, injuries are part of the profession, but what Vonn has endured in recent weeks is far more than the typical setback. After competing at the highest level for more than 2 decades and overcoming countless obstacles, the Olympic gold medalist faced one of her biggest challenges yet: a terrifying accident, a long series of surgeries, emotional losses, and a long, grueling road ahead. A crash that shocked the skiing world. Vonn's journey to this moment began on February 8, 2026, during the women's downhill event at the Milan Cortina Olympic Winter Games. Less than 15 seconds into her run, and already battling a previously torn ACL, she clipped a gate, lost control, and suffered a violent fall that abruptly ended her competition. The impact was severe. She suffered a complex tibia fracture and other significant leg injuries that required multiple surgeries. The crash was so serious that early concerns included the risk of amputation, a frightening possibility that her medical team ultimately prevented through rapid intervention. Vonn was airlifted from the course and transported to a hospital in Treviso, Italy, where she remained under intensive care for nearly 2 weeks. It was there that she endured the first of several complex surgical procedures on her shattered left leg. 5 surgeries and a narrow escape from amputation. According to medical reporting, Vonn's injury extended beyond a simple broken bone. After the crash, she developed compartment syndrome, a dangerous condition in which swelling restricts blood flow, threatening muscle and nerve tissues. If untreated, compartment syndrome can lead to permanent damage or amputation. Thankfully, Team USA's orthopedic specialists acted swiftly. A fasciotomy, a surgical procedure to relieve pressure, was performed and likely prevented the loss of her leg. In total, Vonn underwent 5 surgeries, 4 while hospitalized in Italy and a 5th after her return to the United States. Those operations involved complex reconstruction, plates, screws, and intensive stabilization efforts to piece her injured leg back together. Home sweet home, a bittersweet return. In her recent social media post, the skiing star shared intimate photos of herself at home in the US, curled up on the couch with her bandaged left leg stretched across it, and hugging her dog Chance, images that struck a chord with fans and followers around the world. Home sweet home, feels good to sleep in my own bed, Vonn wrote, a simple phrase that carried an emotional weight few casual observers could fully understand. I'm focused now on therapy and getting healthy. It's going to be a hard and painful journey, but I am putting all of my energy into it, like I always do. There was joy in returning to familiar surroundings, but Vonn also openly reflected on how difficult it has been to confront the reality of her injuries and the emotional toll of her recent experiences. Coping with loss amid recovery. Perhaps the most poignant and heartbreaking part of Vonn's update was her mention of her beloved dog Leo, who died just 1 day after her Olympic crash. Leo, a rescue dog Vonn adopted in 2014, had been battling lung cancer and previously overcame lymphoma, making his passing especially difficult. In her post, Vonn shared that wheeling through her front door without Leo greeting her was a very hard reality to face, adding another layer of sadness to an already challenging recovery. Fans around the world have expressed their sympathy and support, recognizing that the emotional weight of losing a companion, especially during such a vulnerable moment, is profound. Her connection with Leo was well documented over the years, and his absence has clearly cast a shadow over what should have been a purely uplifting homecoming. The start of a long rehabilitation process. As Vonn settles back into life at home, the work of recovery is only beginning. In addition to managing pain and healing from multiple surgical wounds, she will need to rebuild strength, mobility, and confidence in her injured leg, a process that could take many months. Physical therapy will play a central role in her rehabilitation, focusing initially on basic weight bearing and mobility. Over time, this will progress to more demanding exercises as her bones heal and muscles begin to return, a slow and sometimes frustrating process that requires patience, discipline, and unwavering mental resilience. In an Instagram story, Vonn shared a photo of her leg propped atop an exercise ball, joking that, "All my muscles are gone," an honest and unvarnished glimpse into the impact prolonged inactivity and injury have had on her once formidable physique. No regrets, just determination. Despite the devastating outcome of her Olympic bid, Vonn has made it clear she has no regrets about her decision to compete. In a separate post shared shortly after the crash, she reflected on her Olympic journey with gratitude and resolve. My Olympic dream did not finish the way I dreamt it would, while yesterday did not end the way I had hoped, and despite the intense physical pain it caused, I have no regrets, she wrote. Standing in the starting gate yesterday was an incredible feeling that I will never forget. I also knew that racing was a risk. I tried. I dreamt. I jumped. These words encapsulate Vonn's approach to her sport and to life itself, taking risks, pushing limits, and pursuing dreams with ferocity, even in the face of potential setbacks. It's a philosophy that has defined her career and endeared her to fans worldwide. The legacy of a skiing icon. Lindsey Vonn's career is among the most remarkable in alpine skiing history. With multiple Olympic medals, 84 World Cup wins, and a reputation as one of the sport's fiercest competitors, she has long been admired for her athletic excellence, tenacity, and competitive spirit. Even as she faced injuries and setbacks throughout her career, including previous knee surgeries and tough comebacks, Vonn consistently demonstrated resilience, reinventing herself and returning to form again and again. Her determination to compete at age 41, and to do so even while battling a torn ACL, speaks volumes about her character and dedication to her sport. Whether this crash marks the definitive end of her competitive career remains a topic of speculation. Vonn herself has not publicly confirmed her plans for the future. However, many observers believe that her focus now must be on long-term health, recovery, and quality of life beyond the slopes. Support from fans and the athletic community. Throughout her ordeal, Vonn has received an outpouring of support from fans around the globe and from members of the broader athletic community. Social media tributes, messages of encouragement, and public acknowledgments underscore how deeply her journey has resonated with people everywhere. Even fellow athletes from outside the skiing world have weighed in, praising Vonn's resilience and wishing her well in recovery following her near-career-ending crash. These messages reflect the broad respect she commands beyond her sport, a testament to her influence, her achievements, and her willingness to share the highs and lows of her journey. Looking ahead, healing mind and body. As she begins rehab at home, Vonn has promised to take time for herself and focus on holistic healing. Her message to followers acknowledges that recovery will be hard and painful, but also conveys a sense of hope and determination. Vonn wrote that she plans to provide updates when she can, but emphasized that right now her energy is directed toward taking care of herself, physically, mentally, and emotionally. For someone whose identity has long been tied to physical performance and competition, shifting focus to healing and well-being represents a significant and courageous recalibration. It's a transition that many elite athletes struggle with, moving from a mindset of performance and achievement to one centered on recovery and personal care. Conclusion. A champion's spirit endures. Lindsey Vonn's story of perseverance, through catastrophic injuries, emotional loss, and the toughest moments of her life, is a reminder of the resilience that defines true champions. Her return home marks a new chapter, one of rehabilitation, reflection, and renewal. She has shared her vulnerability as openly as she has shared her triumphs, and in doing so continues to inspire millions around the world. As she faces the difficult weeks and months ahead, Vonn's journey remains a powerful example of courage in the face of adversity, a testament to her spirit, her legacy, and her unwavering commitment to rising again.